Hello class, my name is Jose Crespo and this is my training PowerPoint presentation. The objectives for my slideshow are going to be project closeout, international factors and cross-cultural considerations in project management, agile project management, and relevant project management institute (PMI) project management. Project closeout. The project manager receives final feedback from client. New ideas and experiences are obtained from the final product and help create a stronger, more efficient project manager. Project accomplishments and failures are discussed. The importance of the project closeout for the project manager is that it is the final step in managing a project. This is where the project manager receives feedback from the client in terms of execution. This feedback, in turn, helps the project manager learn from his experiences and apply them to future projects. Also, this experience helps the project manager learn what ideas he could implement in future projects, analyze what tasks were accomplished proficiently, what team members hit their timelines, and confirm if his deadlines were in fact feasible. Furthermore, having all resources, workers, clients, and team members discuss their experiences will make a better project manager because he can implement all new ideas to his future projects. International factors and cross-cultural considerations in project management. Environmental factors, economical factors, technological factors. Environmental factors that can affect the successful completion of a project are the political factors, economical factors, and technological factors. Firstly, the reason political factors are important is because depending on where you are located, there may be laws that do not agree with the way you plan on executing a project. Some resources may not be available out of the country, and outsourcing may also be out of the picture. As a project manager, you must conduct research on what may hinder your project's completion date due to the laws in place of where you are going to be working. Furthermore, political views may not agree with how the project is being run, so as the project manager, you have to ensure that you make moral and ethical decisions which protect yourself and the people from issues that may arise. Economical factors. In continuation, the economical factors may hinder the growth of a project because if the region in which you are managing a project in has a slow economy or the economy begins to go down, then the funding for the project may go down as well. If the client has 4 or 5 partners and they lose a partner due to economical issues, that will greatly affect the budget because the amount of money will either have to be replaced by the remaining partners or resources like workers may have to be reduced. The economical status should be heavily analyzed so you know how big the project will be as well as the risk you are taking while completing the project. Technological factors. Lastly, technological factors may hinder the growth of a project because the software you use to track and manage the project has to be reliable. Not only will you as a project manager have to communicate through the tools available in a different country, but it has to be compatible with the resources you are using, such as computers, laptops, and iPads. They all have to be compatible with the software, and you have to ensure that the team members are able to now download them on the electronic devices they are using. Another reason why technology is important in the growth of a project is because you have to become familiar with the resources available to the people so the client can have a product that is compatible with its residents. Agile project management. An agile project manager is more efficient because they are able to analyze a problem and come up with the best solution using the resources available, which lead to saving time, resources, and costs on a project. Productivity is increased as the project manager allocates resources properly. The project manager should be able to come up with a solution for his team and client. When the project manager increases productivity, he finds ways to work smarter and not harder, leading to tasks getting accomplished in a timely fashion. Moving forward, team cohesion is increased from having an agile project manager because the project manager can help the team come to an understanding by explaining how different solutions will lead to different conclusions. The project manager can help his team make tough decisions that will have a major impact on the overall completion of the project by implementing all ideas from the team members and helping them find a common ground to a solution. Project Management Certification Program. Project management certification programs allow for individuals to get certified in the work they do and the quality of work they produce. According to the Project Management Institute, which was founded in 1969 as an international society for project managers, today PMI has members from more than 180 countries and more than 478,000 members. PMI professionals come from virtually every major industry, including aerospace, automotive, business management, construction engineering, financial services, information technology, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, and telecommunications. Project management certifications enable you to learn about planning, analyzing, and managing tasks, enhancing team member performance, and combining your experience and skills to accomplish tasks successfully. Challenges and opportunities in project closeout. At the end of a project, what every project manager hopes to hear is that the client is satisfied. There may be many or no discrepancies before, during, or after a project is completed, and the project closeout will reveal all. There are many tools available for the project managers to manage their product. They can also quickly adjust to ensure successful completion of their project. If this is not done, there may be chaos. The project closeout reveals the deadlines that weren't met. If there was a quick solution added, perhaps the project did not fail, but it was documented in one of the tools used, for example, Microsoft Project. A very important part in completing a project for any project manager or client is staying within the budget. Unexpected costs can interrupt or essentially determine whether the client wants to continue their project or not. Discrepancies should be identified immediately to ensure not going over either deadlines or initial costs. Benefits from the project closeout are learning what went wrong, and this is important to a project manager because he will have to explain this to his client. His reputation and job is on the line. Understanding what details needed attention will serve project managers as learning experiences and allow successful completion for future projects. Challenges and opportunities in international factors and cross-cultural considerations in project management, language barriers, customs and courtesies, growth in cultural awareness, team building strategies. Challenges that a project manager will encounter in a foreign country to manage a project will be the communication and customs and courtesies. Communication between residents of the host country to which the project manager will be visiting may not be clear at first because of the language barrier. It can also be certain that words will get lost in translation, as well as ideas. The project manager has to take time to explain and understand the goal of the project from his employers, as well as how to communicate that clearly to his team. According to how to build trust on your cross-cultural team, the leader of any cross-cultural team needs to understand the different cultures, languages, differences, and fault lines within the team, as well as the potential for misconception and miscommunication. Referenced by Malinsky and Gunling in 2016. Another challenge is custom and courtesies. Different origins of the world have different disciplines. An example of this is in some cultures it is disrespectful to look someone in the eyes. An elderly may be treated a certain way or called a certain name. It all comes down to learning about the customs and courtesies in the country you are in to make sure you don't offend anyone. Also, some customs may differ and religious beliefs dictate whether persons can work on a certain day as well as holidays or weekends. Growth opportunities for the project manager will be cultural awareness. The project manager should study a little bit about the host country to get to know what the residents in the country are like and what their culture is like as well. This will ensure that all members of the team will build a relationship with him and feel comfortable speaking when they are trying to resolve an issue. Another growth opportunity for the project manager will be his ability to build teams as he will think of multiple team building strategies. The project manager should try to build a relationship with his team so he knows their weaknesses and strengths. Challenges and opportunities in Agile project management. Communication challenge, adapting and working in groups challenge, opportunity to become a flexible leader, opportunity to become an efficient leader. Communication is a challenge for project managers because they are thinking ahead of the project. This can be a hindrance as they may not communicate resolutions clearly to team members. Also, if a project manager is solving multiple tasks at once, ideas may get confused within tasks. Adapting and working in groups may be difficult for an agile project manager because they are solving problems in their minds and are not counting on help from their other team members. This becomes a hindrance because everyone must work together to build a successful plan as well as a structure to their ideas. The opportunity to become a flexible leader is gathered from being an agile project manager because you will approach projects differently with this mentality. You become more aware that in order to accomplish certain tasks, you may need to compromise and respond differently to problems as well as not stay focused on the initial plan. The opportunity to become an efficient leader derives from the idea that you will use a smaller amount of members to accomplish a task, allowing you to save on the budget and supervising a smaller group as well. The client as well as the business can reap the benefits of an agile project manager. Also, the more members involved in a project, the more that the project manager has to oversee. If he can efficiently use his resources and allocate them accordingly, he can improve the project's performance. Solutions for dealing with challenges in project closeout. Meeting client needs. Transition to client not having a closing plan. To find solutions for project challenges, it is important to first describe what the challenges might be. Some challenges include meeting client needs during the closeout, smooth transition to the client, and not having a closing plan. Meeting client needs is essential for not only the continuation of business with the client, but for the reputation of the business as well. This can be resolved by holding a meeting with the client and discussing any discrepancies in the project. A meeting will also help resolve the issue of trust by communicating what went wrong and why the client can come to an understanding or compromise with the project manager to properly allocate resources to get the job done. The transition to the client has to be smooth so the company can continue to work with what they received. If this is not the case, the project will be delayed even more. In essence, it is best to end the project early and transition it to the client so you can train the new members. A closing plan is important so you can plan the handoff to the client. Also, resources have to be given a finish time and date that has to be met. Furthermore, changes and disputes should be tracked from you, the project manager, so the team is on the same page when it is time to close out. Solutions for dealing with international factors and cross-cultural challenges. Political views, economical factors, technological factors. Solutions for dealing with political views, economical factors, and technological factors for a project manager would be to get educated. Before you set your trip to your new destination, you should read books and ask questions to other project managers and see if they have information on the region you are going to. I would also see if I can get a point of contact in that country. This will allow me to ask them questions about political views, the economy, and technology mostly being occupied there. I would watch the news to keep up with current events to see what neighboring countries are like and do research to see who the allies are so I can use different ports of entry as resources. In conclusion, once there, I would go out and learn the language and interact with people to see what their method of communication is and why the use of devices they do to get a better and why they use the devices they do to get a better understanding of their culture. Solutions to dealing with challenges in Agile project management. Communication challenge, adapting and working in groups challenge. Solutions to dealing with challenges in Agile project management are communication. This is a challenge for project managers because they are thinking ahead of the project and for multiple tasks. This can be a hindrance as they may not communicate resolutions clearly. Also, if a project manager is solving multiple tasks, ideas may get confused within tasks. A solution to this can be having weekly meetings to communicate the changes to the teams. Also, write down in a comment box the changes you are making to the project in the software tool you are using. It is important to have the team members relay what you told them to do as well as the goals and you confirm them so that there are no discrepancies. If there are any discrepancies, then explain the plan again, except this time use a different method or ask repeatedly if they understand or got lost while you were explaining. Project closeout scenario, team members not being productive. Team members not being productive. A method the coworkers can use to make their team members more productive will be to hold weekly meetings with all members of the team. This will allow for the team members to explain their work and for the project manager to gauge where they stand in regards to accomplishing their task and moving on to the next one. Some employees get lazy and it is important to hold them accountable, which you can do in the group meeting. You can also analyze the work accomplished using the project software tools available and ask questions to see when their next expected finish date will be. International factors and cross-cultural considerations scenario. Communication software not compatible for team members. I chose this scenario because it will allow for coworkers to think outside the box and come up with a better communication strategy. If the devices the team members have is not compatible with the software that was chosen to be used, they have to find a new one and quickly so they can communicate any changes or difficulties they are having accomplishing the project. Methods to solve this would be have meetings daily until a compatible software is found for all the members of the team and their devices. Another solution would be using emails, text messages, and voice calls. This allows team members time to upgrade computers who may not be able to afford it financially at the time. Also, some members may not want to upgrade or change their computers because they do not feel it is necessary. It is important to find software that all members agree on and have easy access to so time is not taken away from the schedule or the project. Coworkers must also understand that not everyone thinks the same. People from different cultures may find calling easier than texting or at least used it more in their region. According to communications can take as much as 90% of a project manager's time. Seattle Children Research Institute, 2011. It is important to have a plan and know how you will communicate with all of your stakeholders, including project team members. Referenced by Hubble and Spitulnik in 2016. Agile project management scenario. Stakeholder backs out at the last minute due to different political views. In this scenario, I chose to go with having a partner from the client list back out at the last minute. I feel this scenario will challenge the coworkers because they will have to change the budget and resources allocated. Also, this will hinder the deadlines because as resources get taken away, the project becomes more difficult to manage and the work is handed off to the team members whose plates are already full of tasks. Having an agile project manager would help in this scenario, but what if there isn't one? It is up to the coworkers to find a solution on their own. The best option, in my opinion, would be to start by going straight to the drawing board where all ideas of the team members will be written and analyzed to come up with the best solution. There is no I in team, and no one worker will be able to change all the tasks by themselves. Even an agile project manager will need the help of his or her coworkers on this scenario because it will change the whole dynamic of the project. Project Management Institute (PMI) certification programs. Project Management Professional, Certified Associate in Project Management. PMI professionals come from virtually every major industry, including aerospace, automotive, business management, construction engineering, financial services, information technology, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, and telecommunications. Ray and Larson, 2018. Project management certifications enable you to learn about planning, analyzing and managing tasks, enhancing team members' performance, and combining your experience and skills to accomplish tasks successfully. A project management professional (PMP) is someone that is documented by the PMI to have sufficient project experience, demonstrated mastery of the field of project management by passing the examination, and following the PMI Code of Professional Conduct, Larson and Gray, 2018. Another certification that the Project Management Institute offers is Certified Associate in Project Management, CAPM. The Certified Associate in Project Management certification offers team members, entry-level project managers, undergraduate and graduate students certification that shows proficiency and knowledge in project management. Gray and Larson, 2018. Hello class, this concludes my PowerPoint. Thank you for watching.